In less than 15 minutes with Keepa's Product Finder, I uncovered over $1,000 in profit for my Amazon online arbitrage store. In today's video, I'm going to show you exactly how I did it, step by step, so you can find products fast too. All right, we're here on the Yankee Candle website, and we're looking for deals. I'm looking for some products to flip on Amazon. And we're coming into almost Q4 here. We've got a little bit of time left, but the sales are just going to get better and better the longer we go. So if you're not already good at manually sourcing products for Amazon, now is the time to learn, because it's just going to get easier and easier as we get into Q4. We've got Labor Day coming up in less than a couple weeks here, which is kind of the kickoff of big fall sales, even though it's not quite Q4 yet. Labor Day is a huge, there's going to be sales everywhere. So this is really a skill you need to tweak before this gets here, because there's a ton of opportunity on the table. And I'm going to show you exactly how to do it right now. So here on the Ink Candle website, I'm looking for stuff that's deals. Something that sticks out major for me is this 5 for 5 car jars. That is stupid cheap. We're $1 a piece here. So let's look into that one, see if we can find some stuff. Uh, don't have a ton of results here, only 11, so this might be a super quick video, but guarantee you we can find some profit. And the first thing I'm going to do is open up Keepa. Keepa Product Finder is your best friend when it comes to researching products to flip on Amazon. Basically, this is a set of many filters that we can use to filter out Amazon products. So we want to take the hundreds of millions of products that are already on Amazon, and we want to filter it down just to the products that we want to see, right? So first thing we're going to do here is we're going to put a brand filter on it. Obviously, we're on the Yankee Candle website. We don't want to look at products that aren't Yankee Candle. So we type in Yankee Candle here, click that one, and instantly from the millions and millions of products on Amazon, we're now only looking at the 20,000 products that are branded as Yankee Candle. Now, 20,000 products is way too many for me to go through on my own to try to find some profitable ones. So what we can do here is, I know that these are car jars. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to type that into the text field here. So basically what this text filter is doing is it's scanning all the titles of the listings on Amazon, and it's looking for only what I'm going to tell it to look for. So if we can type in car jar here, which is the exact product that we're looking at, now we've got 639 products. Now that list is still a tiny bit too big, but let's take a look at what we've got here just to show you. First thing I noticed just looking at this set of results is I see Amazon a lot in the buy box. So there's a ton of products here at the top especially. So what I can do here is go into this buy box seller, and you click these little 3 lines. We're going to go third party only. This is going to take out all the products that Amazon is currently on the buy box. So it's only going to show us products that are Yankee Candle, that have car jar in the title, and that Amazon is not in the buy box for. And now you can see we've got that list down to just a couple hundred. That's a super manageable list. Put you a timer on an hour, hour and a half. You can easily burn through all of these, and I guarantee you, if you take the time to do that, you will find profitable products. So let's take a look here. And something to note here, I believe this sale is only going to be for these kind of paper ones, like the 2D kind of flat ones, whereas a lot of these are the kind of 3D little almost mini candle type of ones. So I'm just going to skip all of these. I'm going to scan through these pictures really quickly and see if maybe, okay, yeah, so like there's one. Let's open that one up. Moving down, here's a bundle multi-pack. I love bundles. That's a really good way to build margin on Amazon. Let's take a look at these first two, and then we'll go from there. This one's buy boxing at $6. It's a single pack. It's going to be really hard to get that profitable. Even though it is profitable, we're only looking at a $1.50 profit. The ROI is crazy. It's 150%. So you're basically doubling your money plus 50% on this. That's not a bad return, but at a $1.50 profit per unit, that's just slower than I want to go for selling products on Amazon. I like to shoot for at least a $3 minimum and 30% ROI. So this one smashes that ROI minimum, but we're falling a little bit short when it comes to the profit per unit. So let's go into this other one here. We've got a 6-pack. So we're going to be at $6 by cost here. We're buy boxing at $16.82. That's a $4.32 profit, 72% ROI. that meets our minimum criteria. And this is after all the Amazon fees. This is my profit calculator. It's called RevSeller. If you want to give it a try, there's a free trial. I'll stick the link in the description. But it shows me all of the Amazon fees that are going to be associated with selling this product. It also calculates my inbound shipping. And I have a prep fee tied into this, so your numbers might be a little bit different than mine. But you can input all of your different fees just so you make sure you're looking at the real profit numbers. So after all things are said and done, still making over $4 profit and a 72% ROI on this product. Now we've got to make sure that we can find it on the Yankee Candle website. I think we can. It's this one here, the Midsummer's Night. You can see we're 5 for 5. Regular price $3, but we're getting these for $1 a piece. Right? Shipped to me in stock. So $6 buy cost. Let's take a look at the Keepa chart here just to make sure this is actually a good buy. Keepa chart looks really good. Very low offer count here, which is going to be our competition. Really stable buy box. Even if we back out to the year, we can see this buy box has stayed incredibly stable over the last year. A plus product. Offer counts at a historical low, which tells me that price could start creeping up a little bit. Let's go into our data and offers here just to verify that sales are being made. And yes, absolutely. We've got multiple FBA sellers here making good sales on this product. So we can see the stock counts here of these two sellers. This guy had 340 in May and sold through by mid-June, third week of June. So we're looking at about a month here, less than a month here to sell 340 units. Right, and then restocked again. I like seeing multiple FBA sellers making sales on a product and restocking. That lets me know this is a good selling product that I should have confidence in. So, killer, easy product. Found it right here. The first couple ones we've looked at. There's a couple things you can do from here to pivot. So, first thing you could do is go into those seller storefronts and reverse source. I did a video on reverse sourcing just a couple back. I'll link it up here at the top if you want to go watch that. This video is specifically talking about manually sourcing, so I'm going to skip that today, but that's definitely a good pivot point to make once you find your first product. But for today, we're manual sourcing. So what we can do here is go into our variations. So this is not the only listing on this product page. So we've got tons and tons of variations here. I guarantee you lots of these are going to be profitable. So we've got a 3-pack here at $12.99. Let's open that one up. We're going to be $3 buy cost here. Another really good profitable product if we're at $3 buy cost. Making over $4 profit, 142% ROI. And it's actually buy boxing a little bit higher than I'm using for my calculations. So another really good, easy product. Nice, and this one's not quite as stable. Looks like some merchant fulfilled sellers have kind of dropped the buy box to about $10. But what I notice on this is these little bitty blips where you can see in the Keepa chart here, and I'll zoom in. You can see the buy box often bounces up to that $12.99 price for an FBA seller, and that's something to think about when you're trying to decide whether to send a product into Amazon for FBA or whether you want to sell it on your own and merchant fulfill, which means you're shipping the product directly to the customer. Oftentimes on Amazon, the buy box will get a lot higher for a FBA seller, and that's because Amazon makes more money on an FBA product. When you're selling a product merchant fulfilled, and I'll show you here in the calculator, when you're selling a product merchant fulfilled, the only money Amazon makes is this referral fee. So they're only making $1.50 on this. But that same exact product, when Amazon is doing the shipping for you, they get that same referral fee, so they get that $1.50, but they're also getting a $3 fulfillment fee, which is basically their charge for packing and shipping this product to the customer for you. So Amazon's going to favor those FBA sellers a lot of times in the buy box at a much higher price, and that's exactly what's happening here. We can see we are buy boxing, actually buy boxing merchant fulfilled here. So this is a good case where this merchant fulfilled seller has been able to get that higher price. 3 packs here. Let's see if we can. We've got a 3-pack here, pumpkin spice. We're coming into Q4. This is going to be a hot hot scent. $3 in a 3-pack here. It's a $2.50 profit right now, 84% ROI, but I guarantee you this product's going to start spiking as we get closer to Q4, and we can look back in history on the Keepa chart to verify that. So if we back out even further, let's look at last year in full here. So last year in full, we can see through the summertime, our rank was kind of hovering in this almost 4 to 500K range as far as an average. And how I figured that out is I'm just kind of drawing a straight line across where this rank kind of bounced between, and that's almost 500K. But you can see here in August that rank starts dropping down really nicely, and it gets really low here in September and October, and that's because this is a seasonal product. This is a scent that people might not buy as often year round, but as soon as that first cold front comes through, where does everybody's mind go? Pumpkin spice. You got to think about those things when you're sourcing products from Amazon. This is a killer seasonal product. Look at that rank drop right here. Price stayed really stable. Even got up to, let's see, got up to, what's our FBA top out here? 14.50, almost $15 at one point. So tons of profit on the table here. Really good seasonal product. Definitely would not be afraid to buy. Just a couple of the results here on our product finder. We've got over 200 to go through. Let's open up one more just to kind of drive this point home. We've got a 10-pack here. So at $1 a piece, our buy cost is going to be $10. We're buy boxing at $28.99. This is a $10 profit, 106% ROI, incredibly good numbers on a super easy bundle. Let's look at the Keepa chart. Not a lot of information here. This is a fairly newer ASIN, less than a year old. Our buy box is incredibly stable. Only a handful of offers here, so we'll have to go into our offers tab just to verify some sales are being made, and they definitely are. We've got a merchant fulfilled seller here that had 22 in stock. Looks like he recently started selling a few, so definitely wouldn't be scared to test a product like this as well. Super easy. Learn how to use Keepa Product Finder. It is literally your best friend when it comes to sourcing products, especially if you're manually sourcing products like I am today. Weed out all the stuff you don't want to see. Go through all these results. I guarantee you'll have a couple dozen leads. If you're just getting started, grab my free beginner's guide to online arbitrage. It's a step-by-step roadmap to show you exactly how to start your Amazon store. If you've already started your Amazon store and still need help sourcing, check out the sourcing checklist. It's an 8-step checklist that shows you how to spot and avoid the 8 most common mistakes that beginners make when sourcing leads. Or if you want access to profitable deals right now, check out Flip Finder Network Full Access. I'll put the links to all of those in the description, and we'll see you on the next one.